Hi guys, hello, welcome to Adiah Talks. I'm always using my hands. My name is Moadiah. I am many things, but anyway, I'm your girl, here to encourage you, here to have a chat. Today I have with me the superstar author. My guest here is
Chibundu Onuzo. I'm a writer. I am Nigerian. I have an afro.
I love it. It's like luscious locks. I love it.
It's my real hair. Don't ask.
Can I touch your hair?
Don't touch my hair.
Why not?
Because you're an African. You should have touched enough black people's hair.
It just is rare. I don't want to
you don't need to touch your own. See something, touch your own. If you're looking for a black person's hair to touch your own.
Okay guys, I have Chibundu here with me today. It's going to clearly be a lively conversation. So one we really look forward to. We just haven't gotten around to doing it, but we are finally here.
Because Mo is a big woman.
No. Chibundu, you just came back from an American tour, so you were touring the US, right?
I was touring the US. I was promoting this novel, Welcome to Lagos. So it was a 7 to 8 city tour. I actually can't remember how many places I went to now, but I was there for 23 days.
Wow.
It was serious.
That's a serious tour.
It was actually.
Wow.
I went to some churches and I got to do some church visits, which was really cool actually. I think that was some of my favorite parts of the trip.
Nice.
I went to churches, I sang. What did I not do? Just to convince
multi-talented.
Yes, just to convince Americans to buy my book. I sang for them. I danced for them.
What did you have to sing? Was it like church and you had to sing like?
So I sang in church. I sang in the bookstores. And there's even one. I had my own guitar. We sang Halo. Beyonce, we sang Beyonce.
Wow.
What did we know? We sang gospel, we sang all of it. Yes.
Interesting. Okay, nice. Like, if you ever need somebody to come on tour with you, carry your books, carry your shoes, your bag.
I can't afford this.
I'm here.
I can't afford your services, so I respect myself.
One day you afford them. No, you have to think it like that big, big. But as you said, you're an author. This is the book. Welcome to Lagos. So Lagos, tell us about Lagos.
So I grew up in Lagos. So I'm Igbo, obviously. Chibundu. God is life is an Igbo name.
So Lagos is in Nigeria, for those of you who don't know.
If you don't know, hide your face. If you don't
Some people might genuinely not know.
That's why I said they should hide their face if they genuinely
now you know. Now you know.
Now you know you can uncover your face if you're hiding your face. Since I grew up in Lagos, my dad is Igbo, my mom is Yoruba. So I had a very...
That's an interesting...
So already I was kind of mixed, mixed.
You mixed breed.
A mixed race.
If you say so.
How do you see my hair? No, I'm Nigerian, but sometimes being Igbo and being Yoruba both people say obviously it's not race racially well the same, but culturally sometimes people can take different, and it's interesting that intermarriage doesn't end tribalism. I'm not saying my individual parents are tribalistic, but sometimes you meet their relatives and I'll be sitting amongst my mom's Yoruba friends or whatever, and they'll be like, hey, I'm like, hello, one
I'm here. Hi.
Exactly.
It is interesting.
And vice versa. When Igbo people are like, Yoruba people, this
they just like to party too much.
I'm like, hello, Dara is in the building. That's my
Yoruba name. Oh, that's my god baby's name.
Dara is in the building.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, you're right, because you would think that in this day and age the whole tribalistic thing has died down, or it doesn't exist anymore. It hasn't. I still have friends that have told me that their parents have said. Most of my friends happen to be Yoruba. I don't know.
You're part of the problem.
No, but I think it's I grew up in Lagos, and I think just by I don't even say by growing up in Lagos, but I grew up in Lagos. I'm Yoruba. It's quite a mixed place, but I'm Yoruba, and I guess it just so happened that most of my friends, not all of them, but most of my friends growing up were Yoruba. Is when I maybe moved to London and started doing all of that. I had more. Now I have one of my best friends is in Yoruba, but I'm just saying. No. But that's the reality of what it was.
So do you count us? You're not Yoruba.
Oh no! I'm actually I've actually never thought about it before. It's actually just now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, hang on. Almost my friends I grew up with, if I think back, were Yoruba. I mean, when I went to secondary school, it became, because I went to secondary school 3 hours away from Lagos. It was a boarding school, and boarding school brings people in the middle of nowhere. So there are people from Port Harcourt, from Warri. So that's when I was like, wow, like getting exposure to like other states. But prior to that, I was in Lagos. Even Lagos, there's parts of Lagos I didn't even really go. Like you just have your own little. That's how it. Yeah, your own little bubble. Yeah, you traveled, you did all that, but it just felt very like that. So I guess I had friends. I still have friends that told me, you know, their parents said they can't marry anybody. He's evil. Like they shouldn't come back. Like they've literally been given that instruction. Thankfully, might have them, but. It's just a reality.
So if they gave you that instruction, would you carry it out?
My parents can't give me that instruction.
Okay, and if
would I carry it out? No, because I'm a bit like, I don't really like people telling me what to do. So I'm a little bit like that. So
we gotta fight.
I'm just like,
fight for this love.
I don't know. I think it's just there's a justice person in me, and I just don't like I don't like people telling me what to do. So they won't give me that instruction. I'm probably more, they're probably like, there's criteria, for instance, I have, you know, with getting married to somebody, and I'm probably stricter than my parents are. And definitely my parents are quite liberal.
But tribe wouldn't come in, like
tribe wouldn't come in for me. No, tribe wouldn't come in for me. And so
well, anyway, so I grew up in Lagos, and massive city, lots of people. But even living in Nigeria, I don't know if you had this experience growing up. We watched a lot of American TV, watched a lot of listened to a lot of Channel O.
My dad used to be like, can we stop watching Channel O, please? So for those of you who don't know, Channel O was like, call it MTV.
No, MTV was like Channel O.
Exactly. Okay. So it was like I don't think it exists anymore, you know.
Are you sure?
I don't think so. I think Channel O is, But anyway, so Channel O was like where we watch all our music, everything, like boom, it was Channel O. My dad was like, can we just stop watching? Like I always had it. So it was on like the satellite channel, DSTV. So yeah, it was Channel O. What school did you go to in Lagos?
Corona Bagada, the center of excellence. And I was head girl as well.
There was only one Corona.
Please sit back.
Lagos. There's only one Corona. If you went to Corona, you guys know, so only one.
Yeah.
Corona, Victoria Island.
And it's funny that she should say that, because nobody even rates you guys. I remember when we used to have inter-school kind of competitions, all the different Coronas. The people from VI would now come with one kind of useless phonetics.
Haters!
This is
haters in the building!
Nigerian born phonetics. As in, you know these people that they learn their phonetics on Cartoon Network.
No. We were well traveled. We were.
They learn their phonetics on DSTV. As in, see them. So they'll be like, hey, hello, what Corona do you get as a city? But when it came to exam time, you now see them with their phonetics at the back of the exam line.
I don't understand where you got your information from, your statistics from, it is all lies. So I went to Corona.
You went to Corona.
You went to Corona.
Look at both of us. Who do you think went to the better Corona?
Hey!
Look, let us come close to the camera, please. Look.
Shout out to all my real Corona.
Bagada forever.
Victoria Island.
Imagine. Okay.
Oh, Corona.
Okay, let's
those were the good. I don't know. Those days were really good, because I look back and think, wow. You know, I'm grateful for the childhood I had. I'm grateful. I just look back and think it was good, because now I look and I feel like children don't get. I feel like children have a lot of pressure. There's just so much that is, I don't know, quite fickle, or not the depth of just being a child and just enjoying certain things, you know.
Do you think you were too sheltered?
No. No, but somebody else might think I was.
I guess for me, like, now growing up, and I grew up in 90s Nigeria, and I look at what was going on in the country at the time, and I just had no idea. It's like, but I lived under a military dictatorship, like.
You know, I had this conversation with somebody the other day. I was telling somebody at work, I was like, I was born into military dictatorship, and for a very long time, that's all I knew until when we've had I think it was a Obasanjo that came in and who was also a military leader before. I mean, it was like, we have removed our uniform, but it was like when that happened, I was older, and it was like, oh wow, I'm not used to this, because it just was. I remember I was telling a person how I remember being in primary school and we used to have days off because there were riots.
Exactly.
But at the time, let me not lie to you, I was like, there's no school today, mommy. Yay! I was happy. I didn't understand it. It was just like So I think naturally, maybe it's the circumstances, or maybe it's also just our parents and their generation. It probably was a shelter, like a very protective, and you had these were the people you interacted with. As I said, when I was mentioning about most of my friends being the same tribe I am, it probably was just also by nature of the people you interacted with. Just that's how it was. It didn't happen that my parents were like, okay, no, you only have to have Yoruba friends at all. But it just happened that you had this is how you close circuit of people. You have where you went to but Lagos it's made up of different islands. It's quite a smallish place sometimes. I look at it as quite
I think people can socialize in very small circles. And I feel like I'm in a sense, like, obviously I'm glad I was sheltered. I'm glad nobody was throwing tear gas into my room.
It's true.
But I think our parents did a superhuman job of really shielding us. Like, I was thinking about it because I've been writing a lot of pieces about my childhood of late, and it's like, we didn't go out at night. 7 p.m. everybody is home. Like, you're home.
Me, you didn't sneak out.
I left Nigeria when I was 14.
No,
I didn't sneak out. But like, we didn't go out at night. You come home, you lock the door, you lock the gates.
Yeah, I remember like going to say I was going to my friend's house was like an occasion.
And you could never sleep over.
Yeah, I had to beg.
Oh, they even allowed you?
I had to beg. And it has to be somebody that like my mom knew the person. He'd be like, please, can I go and play please? I beg. And my parents did a phenomenal job. But at the time, I was like, these guys don't like me. Because every summer holiday, I just could not. Like, I was like, my friends just get to stay home, watch Channel O, and play, and do, travel, all of that. And, they had the summers and the holidays you traveled. But, they'll be like, oh no, you're going to computer school, finishing school.
Yes.
Which school did I go? No,
that's why you're where you are today.
Everything that they could possibly fit into, like, every holiday. And it's like, I just want to sleep. Like, I just want to wake up at 11, like my friends. But like, no, wake up early, computer school, this. I even finishing school.
But you went finishing
I was finishing school.
Oh yeah, show us what they finished. Oh yeah.
You don't have to sit down properly. I walk with the book on my head. I did it all. We learned how to lay the table. You know how you have the fish fork, the salad, like everything. You learned how to dress.
But it's the end of the food. Is it not the toilet? Or whether you eat with where is the end of the food?
They showed you how to get out of the car, how to wipe your bum. Okay, they didn't show you that. but I mean, one of the things that it's like literally, it was something. And at the time, I was like, they don't like me. Like, why do they keep trying to send me to all these things? I just want to chill and go swimming. Like, I just want to go to my friend's house, go swimming at Met Club. Like, that's what I wanted to do. But now I look back and think, wow, I wish I did more. Or I wish I took things more seriously. Even stuff like the piano. Man, I wish I could play the piano. Like, for me, I'm just, I envy in a bad way, but like people like you that are multi-talented, can play instruments. My parents, like my grandmother used to play the piano, so when she passed away, they brought the piano from her house to the house, and they're like, oh, they'll get a piano teacher for me. And I was like, it's not cool. Like, no, the cool people don't play the piano.
So were you a cool kid? No?
I was a cool kid.
You were a cool kid?
I like to believe I was a cool kid.
Yeah.
I believe I was a cool kid. Definitely when I went to secondary school, I was cool.
Oh, you were a cool kid?
Cool.
But you're quite reserved.
I know.
Yeah. So that means you must have been very wicked. Because that's
I wasn't wicked. I wasn't wicked, but
they are the wicked. They are the whispering.
Let me tell you, I was like in secondary school as well. This is a confession. Secondary school as well. I went to boarding school. But I was one of these people how, we'll get to prep to Olashere International. We'll get to prep. That prep means like your homework time. And for the first hour, I would just with my friends. I would talk So they now tell me to write names of noisemakers. When I finish just on my friends, I'll now start writing the list of names of noisemakers.
Including or excluding your friends?
No, excluding them now. I've finished my
gist. You're wicked.
It wasn't wicked, but the teachers were like, oh my gosh, you're so, like, I was a good, good student, but like, I knew how to have fun and how to,
Were you prefect?
No, was I prefect?
You can't remember.
I feel like I was in class. No, I wasn't like head girl or any of those things. No, but I was probably like class captain once or twice here and there. Like, yeah.
So you were in the cool crowd.
Girl.
It's very interesting because I guess the cool people, in my secondary school, like they were more, like the rockers, the party people. And you don't give up that vibe. Unless this is Jesus. This is the work of the Lord. If you met more 15 years ago.
No, I wasn't like, my school was, in the middle of nowhere. Again, I was like, why did they send me to school in the middle of nowhere?
So you would not be distracted from your studies.
I mean, 3 hours from home. So it was in the middle of nowhere, and so there wasn't anything to do. You were in school and you escaped to go where. Like, it was literally, imagine just you see greenery and just plunked in was the school basically. So you didn't really have that, I'm going here to do that. But I was part of the cool crowd, and we people that lived in Lagos, we used to feel like we were bubblers. Because we just used to feel like, yeah, we were bubblers. That's the truth. So, I guess coming back to Lagos, you always like, oh, what the party's happening? What's this happening? What's that? Thank God for Jesus. Thank God he's changed a lot. But I guess, I considered myself to be cool.
I think we need somebody from most schools to come and corroborate all this information. Let me see. I mean, so in primary school, I was head girl.
You do look like the head girl type, I must say.
Yes.
I must say.
So I was head girl in primary school, and there was no work for head girl except to ring the bell. So what the heck? You couldn't even punish a useless leadership position. You can't tell somebody to kneel down.
Yeah.
But so in between classes, instead of just having something automatic to ring it, I'd go out and I'd be like bagang bagang bagang, and if I didn't ring the bell, then the class can't end until I rang the bell. So that was my sole duty as
head girl.
Bell ringer.
You needed to get the right names of noisemakers.
Okay, well, we used to call it talkatives actually because because I went to the real Corona where we were interested in English and grammar, and as a teacher pointed out, noisemakers, you're hardly going to have somebody banging their desk. It's just people who are talking. That you're writing their names down. So
sometimes they make noise.
People don't.
Sometimes boom boom boom. So did you go to Corona? You moved here when you were
14. So I went to Corona.
Yeah.
Where I was head girl, as I mentioned, just to say it again. It's on my CV till today.
Oh, the employers are like,
exactly. Head girl. Let me tell you something. In this, you manifest what's inside. I've been manifesting my leadership.
It's true.
We thank God.
Glory to God.
Since primary 6.
So which secondary school did you go to now?
I went to Great Atlantic Hall.
Okay. Let me explain to you.
And integrity.
All my cousins went to Atlantic Hall.
Oh, really?
I used to feel like they were cool. Yeah, they'll probably, some of them might watch this. Some of them don't really talk to me. But anyway, all of them were like Atlantic Hall. And then me, I now came with, I went to Olasho International.
Well, lower your shoulder.
No, I was like, but these Atlantic Hall people, you guys used to feel, I used to be like, what's wrong with them? Literally, we will go to family events and they'll be like Atlantic Hall all together. And I'll just be like, okay. It's just like, okay, I'm your cousin, so it's family that put us together. But I was like, what are you people feeling? And my mom was like, ain't no way you're going to Atlantic Hall. Literally. So
you're not joining
No. She just was like, I guess she observed a few things. I don't know. But she was just like, there's no way you're going to Atlantic Hall. So, but you guys used to feel cool.
I feel like, so there are 2 Atlantic Halls because my siblings my older sister is 11 years older than me.
Okay.
So my sister went to Atlantic Hall when it was Atlantic Hall. There weren't that many private schools in Lagos by the time she was going.
Yeah.
So she went to Atlantic Hall, and I feel like that reputation carried on. But then by the time I got there, so I was a day student for a year.
Okay.
And then we moved to boarding school. Wait now, we moved to Pokaikwe and everybody has become a permanent boarder. It's very similar to Olashiri. And I feel like there's a tale of 2 Atlantic Halls. There are people that went to Atlantic Hall, Maryland, which I went to for 1 year, which was in Shonibari Estate.
Yeah,
and then there are people that went to Pokaikwe. Now, if you went to
where is that?
Look at this.
I don't know where it is. Where is is that? Boka what?
It's Boka Ekpe. Get it right.
Is it like
After Lekki, like you
so
pass
the other
Adiah,
direction, okay.
and then you get Ekpe.
Okay.
But like, so I'm not trying to say like a sub story because I know that there are worse boarding school experiences. But like when you say you went to Atlantic, or people think you were living in air conditioned room. There was no air conditioner in my room. It was fan, and it wasn't a room. They'll be like, oh, I'm sure there were just 3 in your room. There were like 27 of us there.
Oh.
And then by the time you have all the girls living in that room, everybody's period will be matching. You'll be having 27 of you doing period. And look, we had and again, it's not the. I know this is a normal experience in many boarding schools. We have to fetch water. You have your bucket. Water used to flow from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. You go and fetch the water. There was no hot water to bath. Again, as I said to a lot of people, this is normal. But in a Nigerian boarding school context, but like people assume that you went to Atlantic, like you just had this as your. But I fetched water. We weren't allowed provisions, and like it was mad out there. Like. Gary was
we were not allowed provisions as well, and it was so we used to hide things in the and then sometimes the teachers would be like, well, be like in the sort of dining area, and they'll be like, nobody's going back to their room, they're going to start searching room 1, and it was like military action. Oh my gosh, we used to hide food like biscuits or whatever because we weren't allowed any of that stuff in the most bizarre places. Like,
go on.
Most bizarre. We had like under, you used to have these lockers, and there was, how there's a wooden locker and there's a space between it, like the wood covers it. So Atlantic Hall. Yeah.
Would you like me to sing the school anthem for you? I don't care if you like me. I like me to sing it. So this was our school anthem. Great Atlantic Hall, the home of knowledge.
Is that how they taught you in a classical?
Excellence. Please, why are you interrupting? First of all, you should be standing up.
Okay.
Well,
no, I'm not going to stand. I'm going to sit up.
Sit up straight.
Okay, carry on.
Excellence. I need to drop the key. Excellence and integrity, not rinse out staining. For your children, secure in our future. We love the O. And then somebody says, we love the O. So let's try that. We love the O. Go on.
Okay. We love the O.
No, I'm singing we love the O. You're singing the reply.
Okay,
we love the O. We love the O.
We love the O.
We love the O.
We love the O.
Great Atlantic Hall. Because you wanted
I didn't go there.
You wanted to.
No. I don't remember. I don't remember the anthem from my secondary.
You see?
My primary. Was the Corona anthem the same all the way through?
Look, I said you didn't go to Corona. You went to an office. Okay.
Please,
You didn't have playground in that Corona.
Of course, we had.
You look like an office building.
We had playground. We had everything.
I beg you.
Shout out to my Corona people. I feel like mentioning some of their names now, but I don't want to now. I haven't taken permission from them, all this stuff. So
I don't need to hide my classmates. I went to school with the fastest man in Nigeria. His name is Shea Ogunlewa. He wasn't in my class, but we were in the same year, Sha. And he knows me. Let me stop fancy now before you say who. But that's one of them.
Actually, secondary school, Fowles went to my secondary school.
Oh, Fowles went to your secondary school.
But I wasn't there when he went and left. That's how bad the age gap is.
Well, we still have the fastest man in Nigeria. And we have me. I also went to Atlantic. And we have Leto Syria. We have
that's true.
Oh yeah.
Look, you got me. I went to Corona. I went to, I'm a daughter of the Most High. That's enough. We don't need,
am I not the same?
I'm claiming. That's what I'm claiming. I don't know. Anyway, all good. So boarding school, all in all, I think was a great experience. You mentioned you went to boarding school.
Did you get flogged? Or did you have corporal punishment?
Excuse me, corporal? I didn't serve nothing like corporal. I said, look at me. I was a goody two-shoe.
What did you do?
No, okay, I wasn't.
Oh, you were one of the bullies.
No, chill, I beg. No. No, I had the privilege. So my school started a year before, was formed a year before I started. Okay. So I only had one set above me.
That's very
so good. It wasn't really, my first year, it was literally like 2 years, and we were not allowed to be more than 100 in a year. So they were, and we were never at that point. I don't think we were even 100. So we were less than 200 students for at least my first year, and then it gradually started to grow. So the bullying thing never. And I think the way my school was, I mean, it's difficult to say. I never experienced it. There was no opportunity to experience it. But the way the structure of the school was is you couldn't really. We didn't have that whole the senior tells you do this, do that, you know. But
no, I would say there was definitely bullying in Atlantic Hall. There was the turning junior students into your house girl, wash my clothes. I know some seniors, some wicked seniors are watching.
Oh my gosh!
My parents pay school fees for me to be a washing machine. It's not your fault. Anyway, so there was that, you know, wash my clothes. And some people used to give people pants. Imagine their pants. Their pints. The pints.
That's why the justice in me will rise. You know how people say like the hood in them come out. I don't have it.
That's where corruption starts. Somebody to wash your pints.
No.
Anyway,
So
I will have put crow inside.
Oh my God.
If you have disease after I do.
Well, we have forgiven anyone that bullied Chibundu. The blood of Jesus has covered it all.
I was lucky because my sister was 3 years ahead of me. Give me.
So she had your back.
And she was head girl. We say genetic stuff.
Genetics?
She was head girl as well. So I was fortunate. But there was that, and I'll say there's definitely verbal as well. People, you know, running people down. There were seniors. There was downright theft. We were not allowed provisions, but we were allowed to bring Nutri-C. I remember one hungry Nutri-C. You know, Nutri-C.
What is that?
It's the powder drink that you pour inside and then you add water into it.
What's the aim of Nutri-C?
What do you mean? What's the aim of Ribena?
So it's just like Kool-Aid?
Yeah, I know. Kool-Aid is like Nutri-C, okay?
Right.
And she was going around obtaining people, stealing people's nutrients. Like obtaining. She was a thief. You will be thief. And there was also, but this is my favorite story from boarding school.